So at 4 in the morning, 3 weeks ago, a regular passenger sat down behind me, leaned forward, and asked, "What movie should I take a girl to so she wanna bang me?" And I had to think about it, because that is my job now, apparently. Welcome back to Hayden's Chat Corner, where I talk about life, the people in it, and whatever this is. You know the drill, unless you don't. So every city has its characters. The people who exist slightly outside of normal time, who operate on their own schedule, their own logic, and their own gravitational pull. On my route, there's this person I like to call Jughead Joey. Not his real name. His real name is Joseph. But Jughead Joey is what my brain landed on, and I can't take it back now. The reason for the name is that Joey looks exactly like a malnourished Cole Sprouse, just without the iconic hat. Now, I say this with complete affection. Joey looks like the kind of guy you'd see on Toronto sidewalk doing a fentanyl lean. And not pretending. But here's the thing about Joey. He is genuinely one of the sweetest people on my entire route. Every single time he gets on, he hands me a Costco caramel chocolate bar. Frozen solid. Every time. Like he stores them in a freezer specifically for this purpose. Or possibly it's just his general living conditions. I've never asked. I've respected the mystery. The first few times he gave them to me, I didn't eat them. Because, stranger danger, basic instincts, stuff like that. But eventually, curiosity won. Not laced, not tampered with. Just a frozen Costco chocolate bar from a guy who looks like he's having an interesting life. I accept them gratefully every single time now. Joey rides my bus every single day of the week at 11:30 p.m. Every day except Friday and Saturday. Now, why Friday and Saturday specifically? Maybe he goes to work those nights. Maybe he's got somewhere better to be on the weekend. Maybe I was right about the fentanyl thing and Fridays are just his restock days. I genuinely do not know. I've never asked. Some things are better as open questions. So, 3 weeks ago, Tuesday the 2nd, 4 in the morning, Joey gets on, which is already unusual because 4 in the morning is not his usual time. And instead of heading to the very back of the bus like he always does, like a man who claimed the territory throughout years of constant presence, he sits directly behind me. Which I noticed, but I didn't comment on. People are allowed to sit where they want. This is public transit, not high school. And then he leaned forward and said, "Hey, what movies do you recommend?" And I said, "What?" Not because I didn't hear him, and just because 4 in the morning on the bus is not when I expect film consultations. "I'm taking this girl on a date sometime today," he says. "We're going to the cinema. What movie do you think I can watch with her to make her want to bang me?" Wonderful question. Truly. I want to be clear that nothing in my bus driver training covered this scenario. And yet, somehow, I had an answer. I haven't been to the cinema in a while. And yes, I say cinema. I think it's a condition, stage 4 cinephilia. It's terminal. But I've heard the Michael Jackson biopic is doing reruns. That might be worth checking out. Joey's face lit up. Genuinely ecstatic. The kind of reaction that makes you feel like you've given some actually useful information to someone. Which, at 4 in the morning on a bus, being asked how to impress a date felt like a win. And then he said, "Oh man, I haven't heard his name in a while." Now, the Michael Jackson biopic is the 3rd highest grossing film of the year so far. It has been everywhere. Billboards, trailers, people arguing about it on the internet constantly. And Joey hasn't heard his name in a while. I don't know what Joey's time frame for a while is. Could be 5 months, could be 20 years. Both feel equally possible given the available information. I haven't seen it myself yet, I say, but I've heard it's good. "Got it, big man. I'll check out the trailer." Big man. Now, I am quite large. My BMI is 28.7. I'm aware of my own dimensions. This is not new information. Big man hits differently at 4 in the morning from a guy who looks like a malnourished Riverdale character. It felt simultaneously reassuring and humiliating in a way I cannot fully explain. Like being called chief of someone who's older than you. I felt okay with it though. I've been called worse. Mostly by people on the bus. So Joey rides to his stop, gets up to leave, and then, right as he's heading out the door, he turns around, reaches into his jacket, and hands me the chocolate bar. Frozen solid, as per tradition. Normally he gives it to me when he first gets on, but this time he clearly forgot about it to the last possible second. Which, honestly, tracks. And that's the thing about Joey. He exists at 4 in the morning on Tuesday, asking his bus driver for a date movie recommendation, handing out frozen chocolate bars like they're business cards, looking for a man who's seen the full spectrum of what the city has to offer. And he is unfailingly, consistently, genuinely kind. Every single time. I don't know much about Joey's life. I don't know where he's going at 11:30 every night. I don't know why Fridays and Saturdays are different. I don't even know if the date went well. I hope it did though. I hope she liked the movie. And I hope Joey, wherever he is right now, is doing alright. Because that's the thing about driving a bus at midnight. You meet people in these small, strange, in-between moments. And sometimes those moments are enough to make someone feel real to you. Even if you don't know the full story. So, yeah, that's Jughead Joey. One of the many characters on this route. Definitely not the last one I'll talk about. Next time, something a little bit more chaotic. Why I quit voice acting. Kind of. It's complicated.